Good morning. It's September 30th, and this is your daily brief in science. Here's everything you need to know. A new study from the Institute of Materials at Shanghai University sheds light on the promising capabilities of high-entropy alloys, or HEAS, particularly focusing on their microstructure and soft magnetic properties. Published in the journal Metals, the research zeroes in on Fe-Co-Ni-Al 1-Cas HEAS across different silicon levels, specifically at 0.2, 0.4, and 0.6. The findings reveal that the alloy with 0.4 silicon content showed remarkable performance improvements, achieving a 15% and 18% reduction in total loss at 50 Hz compared to the 0.2 and 0.6 silicon variants respectively. This is a significant development, given the vital role soft magnetic materials play in essential applications like motors, generators, and transformers. The study also delves into how the distribution of elements such as chromium, manganese, oxygen, and carbon influences the mechanical properties of these alloys. It emphasizes that achieving a uniform distribution of chromium is critical for enhancing corrosion resistance, alongside the need to manage impurities. The mechanical properties of the HEAS are impressive, with a tensile strength recorded at 1,280 megapascals at 77 Kelvin and a pitting corrosion potential of 460 millivolts in sodium chloride solution. To analyze the alloys, the researchers utilized advanced techniques like scanning electron microscopy, energy dispersive X-ray spectroscopy, and X-ray diffraction, particularly investigating the effects of sequential irradiation by krypton and helium ions on co-Fe-Ni and co-Fe-Men-Ni HEAS. This irradiation process led to notable changes in dislocation density, while ductility was assessed using elongation at break and strain hardening exponent metrics, indicating a need for further investigation. High-entropy alloys are emerging as potential candidates for next-generation nuclear reactors due to their superior radiation resistance when compared to conventional materials. Overall, this study highlights the critical importance of optimizing microstructure and managing elemental segregation to enhance the soft magnetic properties of high-entropy alloys. Recent advancements in thermal energy storage highlight the potential of organic phase change materials, particularly fatty acids. These materials are recognized for their efficiency in absorbing and releasing energy, making them ideal candidates for various applications. However, challenges such as flammability and compatibility with construction materials persist, prompting the need for innovative solutions. The development of bio-PCMs, which exhibit suitable phase change properties, is crucial for practical applications. Research conducted from 2012 to 2024 has primarily focused on the thermal properties of fatty acids, while exploring sustainable extraction methods from alternative sources, including microalgae and yeast. Analyzing fatty acid compositions from various animal fats and plant oils has underscored their significance in enhancing the effectiveness of bio-PCMs. A notable advancement includes a proposed process to convert bacon fats into bio-PCMs, offering advantages such as non-toxicity, availability, and cost-effectiveness. Future research is essential to optimize the synthesis process of these bio-PCMs, aiming to improve their thermal properties and overall cost-effectiveness. The incorporation of fatty acid PCMs has been shown to significantly reduce energy consumption in buildings, contributing to net zero energy goals. Furthermore, biomaterials like bio-PCMs are vital for achieving carbon neutrality and aligning with sustainable development goals. In thermal management systems for electronic devices, the use of PCMs is critical as they adapt to varying thermal inputs during operation, effectively regulating temperature with minimal fluctuations due to their high latent heat of fusion. Microplastics have emerged as a pressing global concern, particularly as their presence in the environment has been recognized for the past 2 decades. Defined as plastic particles smaller than 5 millimeters, their impact is increasingly alarming. Since the mid-20th century, plastic production has surged, with approximately 368 million tons produced in 2019 alone, and projections suggest this could double by 2039. A recent study highlights that global plastic waste could reach an astounding 1.3 billion metric tons by 2030, significantly outpacing current waste management efforts. This situation underscores the urgent need for innovative waste management strategies as plastic waste generation is expected to exceed mitigation efforts. As production continues to rise, addressing microplastic pollution becomes increasingly crucial, necessitating effective policies and individual actions. Microplastics pose a growing threat to both human health and environmental ecosystems, supported by various studies. Recent research has even detected microplastics in the human brain, challenging previous assumptions about the blood-brain barrier's protective capabilities. Alarmingly, microplastics were found in 54% of urine samples and 70% of kidney samples, raising serious concerns regarding their impact on human health. The potential for microplastic pollution to double by 2040 heightens the risk of severe health issues, indicating a clear need for further research. While current evidence does not link microplastics to increased human birth defects, possibly due to the placenta's protective role, the ongoing negotiations for the UN Plastics Treaty aim to tackle both global plastic production and microplastic pollution. Microplastics can enter the human body through various routes, including ingestion, inhalation, skin absorption, and potentially via the olfactory nerves, highlighting the multifaceted nature of this issue. The COVID-19 pandemic has left a significant mark on global health, with over 775 million documented infections worldwide. Among the millions of survivors, a concerning phenomenon has emerged: persistent symptoms known as post-COVID conditions, or PCC. Conservative estimates suggest that more than 77 million individuals are currently living with these conditions, which can profoundly affect their daily lives. Studies indicate that participants experience a range of ongoing symptoms, including fatigue, cognitive difficulties, and pain, all of which impact their daily activities and employment status. Alarmingly, only 9.8% of those surveyed reported a return to their pre-COVID-19 health status, suggesting that for most, long COVID has become a chronic condition. Notably, research comparing emergency department patients found that even among individuals who tested negative for SARS-CoV-2, 20% still met the criteria for PCC 3 months later. Diagnosing PCC presents challenges due to the overlap of its symptoms with other health conditions, with the World Health Organization identifying 50 different symptoms associated with it. Key risk factors for developing PCC include testing positive for the virus, being female, having been admitted to an ICU, and reporting fatigue or olfactory symptoms during emergency visits. In a significant development, the first clinical trial targeting children and adolescents with long COVID is currently underway, focusing on participants aged 7 to 21 and evaluating potential treatments related to gastrointestinal issues. While substantial funding has been allocated for long COVID research, most studies involving children have utilized indirect methods, such as online surveys and health record reviews. Pediatric researchers remain optimistic about ongoing trials as they seek to explore various theories regarding long COVID and its treatments, emphasizing the urgent need for effective treatment options for affected children. Interestingly, long COVID risk appears to be lower with Omicron variants, and antiviral therapy may help mitigate long-term outcomes, showcasing the evolving understanding of this complex condition. Adults often report prolonged fatigue and cognitive disruptions, while children tend to experience symptoms such as headaches, abdominal pain, sleep disturbances, and issues with concentration. The integration of photovoltaic systems and electric vehicles is reshaping distribution networks, driven largely by fossil fuel shortages and environmental concerns. This shift is particularly evident in radial distribution systems, where incorporating electric vehicles can lead to reduced maintenance costs and improved sustainability. Recent developments have introduced a novel scheme for battery energy storage system allocation, alongside a slack management method designed to optimize both capacity and economic efficiency. The new model enhances network flexibility by implementing strategies such as energy storage system sharing among feeders and reactive power compensation. As renewable energy sources become more prevalent, research highlights the importance of operational flexibility in AC-DC hybrid networks, which have emerged to improve energy transmission efficiency and facilitate the integration of distributed energy resources. These hybrid networks consist of separate AC and DC components connected by soft open-point converters, allowing for bidirectional power flow. A flexibility-oriented, distributionally robust, chance-constrained model has been developed to effectively manage uncertainties in source load dynamics, ultimately enhancing operational flexibility. The authors of the study advocate for this DRCC method as a more accurate and robust alternative to existing stochastic and robust optimization techniques. Notably, the findings showed that the spotted hyena optimization algorithm significantly improves system performance by minimizing real power loss during electric vehicle charging. However, the inherent randomness in photovoltaic energy generation and the unpredictable nature of EV charging loads pose challenges for voltage management, leading to economic inefficiencies. To address the increasing demands for fault current interruption in DC systems, advancements in DC circuit breakers and fault current limiters are necessary to enhance protection measures. This has been your Daily Brief in Science. To read more about these stories, follow the links in the episode bio. You can also subscribe to these updates via email at www.brief.news. For more daily podcasts about the topics you love, visit brief.news/podcasts. Tune in tomorrow. We'll be back with everything you need to know.